Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome to our, I think it's week 16, our last week of Introduction to Business online offered by Harper College. Let me get rid of all this and get right into our Blackboard. Okay, week 16. This is your last week. We did a whole semester together. First of all, I want to thank you all for being such good students. I've learned a lot in your forums and the communications we had together, so doing pretty good. Let's see what we have for the last week. Week 16. All right. So in week 16, your feasibility paper and your PowerPoint are all due by Friday of this week. And I'll show you how, if you go into your feasibility PowerPoint here, information, it'll tell you how to submit it to me online. Everything will be submitted to me through Blackboard, through a course assignment that I have set up. If for some reason I think that your paper has been plagiarized, or you did not utilize the right citation, or didn't cite it, I will run it through a program called Turning Point, and it basically does, and it checks for any kind of plagiarism. If there's plagiarism, then we got trouble. All right, that means you have other issues. I don't think I'm going to have to do any of that. So you're going to go into the week 16. So week 16, always look at the overview. It tells you this week is very light overview. As a matter of fact, I think this whole week we're just going to be working on our feasibility paper. So this week, your last form were 20 points. It's not going to be as intense as your other forms. We have to reply to 3 people back and forth. This week, I want you to spend time working on your paper. Try to get your paper done so when you turn it into me Friday, you are complete. And what you want to do is in the form, if you have any questions on a paper, any questions on the exam, post them in there. If I'm in there, I'll answer them. Or if another student knows the answer, help them. Don't wait till you're asking me to come in and respond to you, because I have several other classes going on in the last week, and I'm trying to respond to all my students that are online or face-to-face to make sure that they achieve a good grade at the end. So remember, so if you have no questions, that's fine. Just say, Dr. George, I have no questions, but I will be checking the form. Because what will happen is if for some reason on your paper and you're missing something, say, I didn't know that. I got it pretty well covered on in here, which is feasibility, PowerPoint, and all that information. I have that covered pretty well. But for some reason, you might have missed it. So somebody else might have picked it up and they'll be able to help you, all right? So, but if you come back and say, I didn't know it, and it was in the form, it's done. Part of the form is what you've been going on is to help each other, and you've been doing very well in the form. If you notice, the beginning of the forms are very active. In the middle, I took a laid back, I'm still monitoring because I'm jumping back in. I'll see how you work as a team, just like as a manager. You can't be watching your team all the time. You give them the tasks and you expect them to work as team members, but you're still monitoring and observing them. So this is your last week. So like I said, no questions, just write no questions, and then you'll get your 20 points. If you don't write no questions or you don't do anything on that, you'll just lose the 20 easy points, okay? Your final exam is going to be the following week. By Tuesday. So the form will be turned in by, I mean, not the form, your paper is turned in by like Friday, and then I'll try to open up the exam either by Saturday or Sunday midnight, and it's due by Tuesday when the following Tuesday when the class is officially closed. Okay, now the other thing is I got a final review here. Go in there. It has some PowerPoints. It has some, what do you call it, a general overview of which areas you should be concentrating on. Remember, this is departmental final, and you'll have, I think it's 2.5 hours, similar to what you would have in a face-to-face class. It'll be all online. And you have a one-time deal, and then when you finish your final, that's the following week. When you finish your final exam, you're just going to get the raw score, just like you'll be taking a final exam in the class. You're not going to see which ones you got right. You're not going to see which ones you got wrong. You're just going to see a number, and then that'll be it. And then when you finish that exam and turn it in, and when I have the feasibility paper graded, the final grade, the overall grade that you see every week that you come in, that's going to be your grade. I'll be submitted to to the registrar. At this time, it's a little bit too late to say, do you have any extra homework? Because you haven't been doing your forms, you haven't been doing any connects, you haven't been doing anything. This week you have no connects, you have no quizzes. You just basically concentrate on this paper and your PowerPoints that you submit. Now, how do I submit my paper and PowerPoint? I have that all in here in the feasibility PowerPoint info section, but let's go in here. You're going to go in here, turn in your feasibility PowerPoints, feasibility paper worth 150 points, or your PowerPoints Word 50 points. You get 200 points here writing on this. So you're going to click on here, and here's what you're going to do. You're going to have two assignment attachments. One's going to be for your feasibility paper. When you click on your feasibility paper, you're going to click on this one. Okay, it's an error because I don't have it set up, so we're going to go back on here because I don't have it open for you. So let me just open this up real quickly. I go back in here, weekly assignments real quickly. Remember, because it's still not available for you. All right, so until next week, so you might not see it. Okay, so you're going to come in here, you're going to turn in your feasibility paper, and you're going to click on here, right? So you're going to click in here, see if I get an arrow. Oh, this time it worked this time. It must have been something with my internet connection. All right, so you're going to come in here. Make sure you view the rubric. When you click on the rubric, here's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm looking for organization, paragraph, construction, summary, 7 heading. Boom. I'm looking at amount of quality of information for the market analysis, product, venturing. Boom, another 45. I'm looking at your grammar and your spelling. Boom, another 2,400 words. I'm looking at conceptual understanding. I got that spelled wrong. Shit, I got to pick that up. Understanding by using business terms. Another 20 points. Remember, for every header that you have to incorporate at least 5 business terms in term. I'm looking for a summary and a conclusion recommendation. Make sure you have this, and then we should be all right. So this is how I'm going to be grading. Internet use, references. You need at least 6 references, and they don't have to be always what they call academic references. It could be references that you would have from from like SBA site, government, a Small Business Administration, that tells you something about different businesses. It could be the government census. It could be a variety of different sites. It could be a competitor site that you've got some information. It could be some other pricing sites. It could be anything else, but you have to have it, and it has to be in APA format. When you go into Word, when you go references on the top in a Word document, it'll say references. Click on there. It'll let you select APA format or MLA. APA is the format we utilize in business, so make sure you utilize an APA format, and you should be okay. And that will be it. And then what you'll do is you're going to go in here, and you're not going to do the submit. You're going to say Dr. George. Let's see. Let me go this way. Sorry, Dr. George. Here is my paper. Okay, and then whatever. And what you're going to do, you're going to come in here, and your paper has to be in a Word document. Microsoft Word. That means DOC or DOCX at the end. If it doesn't have the DOC or DOCX at the end, I won't open it. I can't open it. I won't be able to grade it, and you'll get 0 points on that. And you'll have to submit it. If you're a Mac user, what I would recommend, if you go with Save As, you have at the bottom in all of them, you have a drop down, and save it as a Word document, because a lot of Mac software has that capability. If yours is an older Mac software, it doesn't have that, then save it as an RTF file, rich text file. Click it on there. So you're going to go in here, browse my computer. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to find, let's see, some kind of homework. Let's see, old stuff. Let me look on here. What do I have here? Do I have, okay. That's a DOC. You see what I'm looking at? And then you attach it, and that's it. And then what's going to happen when you go into your, you'll attach it, and then you'll submit it. And then when you submit it, I'm not going to attach this because it'll mess you guys up. But when you submit it, you'll see a green asterisk in your gradebook. That just means that I've received it, but I haven't graded it. It doesn't mean that it's sent in the right format, just that you sent me something. And then once I go into it, and I'll open up, and I'll be able to grade it and send it back to you, or at least grade it, read it, and then provide you your grades within the rubrics, and that should be taken care of. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that. And the other one is when you're submitting your PowerPoint. Remember, the PowerPoint, all I'm asking is for 3 or 4 slides. Just give me a quick overview. Here's my executive summary. If you would be presenting this in a face-to-face class, because some of this information, some of you may be actually presenting it. It'll be part of a business plan, a business venture you'll be doing at work, or as you, or one of your ideas that you, as an entrepreneur, you'll be going forward, and you're going to be opening up your own business, and you have to do some presentations. So let's do a PowerPoint, real quick slide. Not too much information. Remember, for each slide, I'm looking at about 5 bullets, and a maximum about 4 slides, 4 or 5 slides, just to give the idea, because you would be basically talking over be discussing each of the bullets within your own verbiage. So that makes sense. So this is 200 points right here, and then you'll have 200 points, and then plus the 20 for the format for the form. So you're coming out here 220 points this week. This will help a lot of you, and this, or some of you, will drop you right down if you haven't been doing any of the research papers and you're waiting to last in, and you got the other classes you're taking, and now you're going to be you're pressured. Oh my God, what's going on? So this is good learning, but I think you will all do very well. You've been very well in the forums, and so that takes care of this week's overview. This is going to be my last week. So when you finish after this, after everything's graded, the grade you'll see in your overall grade will be the grade I'll be sending to the registrar. I enjoyed meeting all of you online. I enjoyed communicating with you either through email or to the forums. And remember, I do not accept any of the paperwork or any of the homework assignments through email. It has to be through this, through Blackboard, through this assignment, as I just went through here and here. And if you're not sure, I have a full video clip explaining what's required and how to submit and everything else in here. So after this is done, you'll have a nice break. Enjoy yourself. Spend time with your family and friends until the next semester, until you see me for other classes I teach. And online, I teach marketing, sales, a variety of classes here at Harper. So I enjoyed meeting all of you, and have a good time. And bye.